Hello and welcome to your June 18th daily briefing. Oh geez, sorry for the crazy hair. I got my first haircut yesterday in like 7 months. It's still a little bit wild. Today we're going to discuss the second stimulus check and break down some comments made by the Fed chairman on the $600 additional unemployment benefits. Before we get into it, if you want an in-depth analysis on the second stimulus check, take a look at my video that I put up just yesterday. I'll have it linked in the description. Maybe I'll have it somewhere on this screen. It's one of the highest quality videos I've ever made on the topic. I spent so much time researching that video, and I guarantee you'll enjoy it, and you'll probably feel a little bit more hopeful after watching that video. So check that out if you haven't already. All right, to the news for today. In $600 unemployment news, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell had some comments on the program. Powell said that he believes Congress should extend enhanced unemployment insurance in some form after the current levels expire July 31st. Instead of just summarizing what he said, just makes more sense in this case to read his exact words on it. So Powell said, and this is a quote, "It probably is going to be important that it be continued in some form. I wouldn't say what form, but you wouldn't want to go all the way to zero on that. It's important to keep in mind that some people's jobs are not coming back soon. People are going to have a hard time finding a job, so I think it's better to keep them in their apartment, better to keep them paying their bills." So I believe this quote from Powell is grounded in reality, and to those of you who are watching this, it probably seems like everything he's saying is completely obvious. However, sometimes it's important to state the obvious, maybe potentially to people who aren't in touch with the everyday person. Powell refrained from stating the exact remedy he wants to see for unemployment, but his main point is that going from $600 to zero is a bad idea. I agree that this is an important point, but I also believe this is somewhat of a moot point. This is because the odds of PUA going to absolutely zero are pretty slim, to be completely honest, and the odds of it staying at a complete $600 are also pretty slim. Extreme outliers aside, pretty much everyone agrees that we're going to land somewhere in the middle on this. There's going to be some form of relief, but it's probably not going to be as high as $600. The most important point of all of this is we can't assume that everything's just going to resolve itself based on seeing the sun just barely starting to peek through this dark economical cloud that we're in. Now, this is something that I've really been harping on, and I'm going to continue to do so hopefully you don't mind too much. 13.3% unemployment is not a good number. Yes, it's better than it was in April, but that's still worse than any other time in the last 80 years. We actually had some updated unemployment numbers today. Last week, the number of new unemployment claims was 1.5 million. That's 1.5 million more people who are struggling, who can't pay their bills now. And that's the 11th straight week of more than 1 million new unemployment claims. And I'm not saying this just to be like a doomsdayer, because yes, things are getting better. Even though that was 1.5 million claims, 1.5 million new people jobless, that's a hefty number, but it is still down 3.6% from last week, which is progress, and I want to acknowledge the progress. However, I just want to be grounded in reality as to what those numbers really mean. But yes, progress is great. We love progress. However, all I'm saying is help is still necessary. Really, all these same points could be used to argue for an additional stimulus check as well. With the stimulus check, you have the added benefit of helping out those who've been working this whole time and those who don't benefit from PUA and currently are not mentioned in the return to work bonuses. I've seen so many of you comment that the return to work bonus is just not fair for people who have been working this entire time. And I understand and agree. I mean, I'm one of those people. I'll get no benefit from a return to work bonus. I understand the frustration, but I also understand why they want to implement that in the first place. So I see both sides on this. Yes, it's frustrating, but at least a stimulus check would help everyone out. A large group of people that we really don't hear much about are those who are still working but have their hours cut. These people have a job and also aren't eligible for full unemployment. And they're earning less than ever. A stimulus check would remedy some of the struggle that these people are facing. Even if you're making something like 80% of your original wage, that makes it a whole lot harder to pay all your bills. All right, let's go back to Jerome Powell just for a second, because I want to talk about a reason why his opinion is important in the first place. You might be thinking, why am I even talking about this guy? He's not an actual decision maker, but his opinion comes with a lot of weight, in my mind at least, and probably a lot of legislators' minds, because the Fed has the most advanced economical data and the most data scientists out of anyone by far. Yes, there's still a massive amount of uncertainty as to what exactly is going to happen next in the economy. However, there's literally no one with better information than the Fed on what could happen next. So I think it's important just at least to retain and listen to what they have to say about what might happen next. So this is all that I have for today's quick daily briefing. I know you guys come to watch for my analysis of the news, but would you guys be interested in hearing more about what I personally have going on in my businesses outside of this studio? If so, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.